Destiny Payton has come forward with a statement, and what she revealed about Martell Holt's unexpected car accident has left fans in shock, craving more details. Why is she requesting prayers? What truly transpired behind closed doors? Keep reading, because this new information could completely alter your perspective on the dynamics of love and marriage. लव एंड मैरिज। हंट्सविल की स्टार एक ऐसी सच्चाई खोल रही हैं जो आपने सोचा भी नहीं होगा। हेलो दोस्तों, चैनल पर वापस आपका स्वागत है। आज हम बात करेंगे एक ऐसे शॉकिंग और इमोशनल डेवलपमेंट की जो लव एंड मैरिज हंट्सविल के फैंस को हिला कर रख देगा। मार्टेल होल्ट के दर्दनाक कार एक्सीडेंट के कुछ दिन बाद डेस्टिनी पेटन, who has remained largely silent in recent months, has now chosen to speak out. But this wasn't just any statement. Her words were laced with a deep, unsettling urgency, as she urged fans and followers to pray, sparking curiosity about what's truly happening behind the scenes. In today's video, we'll dive into all the details, including what happened with Martell's accident to Destiny's cryptic message and the rising speculation surrounding their relationship, plus what may have sparked her emotional request for prayers. We've gathered key facts, statements, and reactions from social media to provide you with the full story. Trust me, you won't want to miss this, as some of these revelations will leave you absolutely speechless. So, get ready, because what initially seemed like a simple plea for prayers could actually be a hint of something far more complex and concerning. Let's rewind to when the news of Martell Holt's car accident first exploded on social media, like a sudden shockwave. It wasn't an official statement from his team or a formal press release from Love and Marriage, Huntsville producers. Instead, it began with whispers, screenshots, and anxious posts that immediately raised alarms among fans, signaling something had gone horribly wrong. Early reports from both fans and local sources in Huntsville revealed that Martell had been in a severe accident late one night on Highway 72, a road notorious for its treacherous curves and sharp turns, and poor visibility. Witnesses at the scene reported seeing emergency vehicles surrounding Martell's luxury SUV, which was severely damaged on the driver's side. Some even suggested that first responders had to cut him out of the wreckage. But here's where things get hazy. No official police report or hospital statement came out right away, leaving fans to piece together the story on their own. Scramble for answers and brace for the worst. Questions began to swirl. Was Martell drinking? Was he alone in the car? Was another vehicle involved? Social media exploded with theories, each one more dramatic than the last. As the hours passed without any official word from Martell's team, the tension and anxiety among fans only intensified. Then, just when the uncertainty reached its peak, fans were starting to assume the worst. Destiny Payton stepped in, posting a mysterious message on Instagram that left everyone in shock. Instead of providing answers, she only added to the confusion, writing, "Pray for him. This is bigger than y'all know." No further explanation, no additional details, just those haunting words. Why, after all the tension in her friendship with Martell in recent seasons, would Destiny be the one asking for prayers? What did she know that the public wasn't privy to? And why did she describe the situation as bigger than we know? Fans quickly flooded the comments, desperate for clarity. Some began to speculate that Martell's injuries might be far more severe than anyone had initially thought. Raise these questions? Others began to speculate that there might be something more beneath the surface, a scandal or hidden truth, linked to the accident itself. That's when things started to take a different turn. Destiny's plea for prayers wasn't just about seeking support. It was a signal that this wasn't just a typical car crash story. But what exactly was she hinting at? And why, of all people, was it Destiny who was bringing this to light? Martell and Destiny? Why, after everything, was she the one to break her silence first? Up next, we'll dive into their complicated history and why her message might hold more significance than anyone anticipated. Before we can fully grasp why Destiny's call for prayers was so unexpected, we need to rewind and examine the tangled, sometimes tumultuous relationship between them, the ups and downs of life on Love and Marriage, Huntsville. But let's be honest, it hasn't exactly been smooth sailing. Destiny first stepped into the spotlight as the bold, outspoken friend who wasn't afraid to call out Martell or anyone else. Fans quickly saw their dynamic as something special. On one hand, they were there for each other, especially as Destiny faced personal challenges, navigating her own journey through the drama. Destiny and Martell's friendship was never without its bumps. Destiny entered Love and Marriage, Huntsville, as a bold, outspoken character, often challenging Martell. But after Martell's split from Melody, rumors began to circulate about the closeness of their relationship. Fans picked up on late-night calls and private hangouts, raising questions about the nature of their bond to navigate the tension between the two. While both Destiny and Martell insisted they were just friends, the rumors kept swirling, fueled by subtle hints from their co-stars that there might be more to the story. What truly complicated their relationship, though, was loyalty. Destiny often found herself torn between Martell and Melody, trying to balance her support for both without getting caught in the crossfire, trying to maintain her distance from the drama. As Martell's actions became increasingly controversial, cheating, scandals, public spats, and legal issues, Destiny faced criticism for continuing to stand by him. However, in recent months, something changed. Destiny grew quieter, stepping back from the spotlight and pulling away from the public eye, leaving fans to wonder what was really going on behind the scenes. Martell's car accident, it left many surprised. Fans had been wondering if Destiny had finally distanced herself from him, especially after the rising tension with Melody. Others thought she might have been dealing with her own personal struggles and chose to stay out of the public drama. So when she, of all people, suddenly broke her silence after the accident, it raised even more questions. The entire situation asking, why now? Why her? And why describe it as something bigger than we know? Was Destiny holding on to secrets she had promised to keep, or was she finally ready to reveal truths that had been hidden for years? Fans began rethinking everything, looking back at their complicated relationship with fresh eyes, wondering if Destiny was about to uncover a deeper, darker layer to the story. They combed through old interviews, Instagram lives, and even erased tweets in pursuit of hidden hints. What they uncovered was intriguing. In a 2023 Q&A, Destiny casually remarked that loyalty can sometimes keep you quiet about pain. It barely raised eyebrows then. But now fans are starting to question if those words were a subtle cry for help. A clue, perhaps. A breadcrumb pointing to something far more significant. As Destiny's enigmatic words blazed through Instagram and Twitter, the fandom kicked into high gear. This wasn't just concern, it became a fixation. Fans began connecting every dot, digging through old posts, mysterious captions, and subtle exchanges to decipher what Destiny had truly meant by, "This goes deeper than any of you realize." That one line had fans instantly speculating, what if Martell's accident wasn't just a twist of fate? Could something more sinister have been at play? Was it a calculated move instead of a mere mishap? Given Martell's history of being tangled in controversy, the theory didn't seem entirely far-fetched. His tangled finances, headline-making arguments, and turbulent divorce had racked up quite a list of enemies, on-screen and behind the scenes. One popular Reddit theory suggested Martell had been getting shadowy threats in the days before the crash. A handful of sharp-eyed fans even referenced an eerie Instagram story he briefly posted, only to delete it a few days just before the crash. In that fleeting post, he wrote, "Sometimes the pressure makes you want to vanish, but I'm made for moments like this." Most took it as a reference to his messy court battle with Melody, but now, many are revisiting those words as a veiled distress signal. Meanwhile, others think Destiny's message wasn't tied to the accident at all, but rather to whatever Martell might have gotten tangled in before the crash occurred. Some blogs are buzzing with claims that he met with unnamed business associates that very night, rumored to be negotiating a shady real estate deal. While nothing is confirmed, the gossip is irresistible. Whispers of a fiery dispute that may have ended the meeting on a volatile note. Could someone have trailed Martell after that tense meeting? Was he under threat, pressured, manipulated, or even extorted? Through this lens, Destiny's words suddenly felt haunting. Was her prayer request rooted in more than just concern for his survival? Maybe he was battling forces far darker, those determined to keep him quiet. And then comes the most explosive theory yet, that Destiny might have played a role herself. Though no public proof exists, some fans noted how her message felt unusually intimate, even defensive. Why such deep concern after all the friction between them? Unless, of course, something deeper linked them. Was there a hidden bond the public never saw? Could they have been hiding a closeness they never revealed? Or perhaps something darker? Was Destiny shielding Martell? Had she been holding back the truth this entire time? And if that's the case, did Martell's accident finally push her past the edge? Was it the moment she knew silence was no longer a choice? As speculation reached a fever pitch, Destiny went quiet after her first post, offering no follow-up, no clarification, just silence. Her silence only stirred the rumor mill faster. At the same time, Martell's official team released a short statement confirming he was healing and surrounded by family, but left out any mention of the crash details, his condition, or what preceded it. As hours stretched into days after Martell Holt's accident, something strange started unfolding. An odd, almost unsettling quiet settled over the whole ordeal. Typically, when someone as high profile as Martell is caught in a major incident, the media lights up. News reports, press briefings, maybe even bystander footage. But this time, silence. No public police report, no word from the hospital, not even a statement from his relatives stepping up to clear the air. It felt like the entire situation had vanished into a void, and fans definitely noticed. Comment. Sections on Instagram, Twitter, and fan forums overflowed with confusion and growing unease. One user wrote, "It's like the crash was erased. Why isn't anyone talking about it? Why is everyone acting like this didn't happen?" That silence just made Destiny's words echo louder. If it truly was just a routine accident with no serious harm, why hint at something far more complex? Some bloggers started floating a bold theory, that the media quiet wasn't accidental, that maybe it was a calculated move, a planned effort to keep any real details from slipping into the spotlight. But to what end? A widely circulated theory proposes that Martell might have been entangled in a confidential investigation tied to his business dealings, and that the crash may have overlapped with a legal issue. Could authorities have requested a media hold on the details? Or was someone behind the curtain, quietly managing the narrative to shield Martell's reputation while he navigated personal battles? Even the show's producers haven't said a word. In most cases, an incident like this would be teased in promos to build hype for the upcoming season, boosting views and fan speculation. But this time, love and marriage. Huntsville's official social media accounts remained strangely quiet. No statements, no support posts, nothing at all. Not even a simple, "get well soon" for one of their headline names. Was the network quietly stepping back from the unfolding drama? Or were they holding off, waiting for Martell to greenlight what could be made public? Stirring the pot even more, Martell's former wife, Melody Holt, stayed completely silent, offering no comment or acknowledgement. For someone famous for her unfiltered Instagram lives and direct chats with followers, Melody's quiet felt almost jarring. To many fans, it confirmed that whatever went down that night was grave enough to trigger a total family-wide lockdown. At the same time, the complete absence of paparazzi shots of Martell only deepened the mystery and raised more eyebrows. Not a single Huntsville local had spotted him. No hospital exit photos, no shots of him being driven home, not even a glimpse of family visiting any medical center. It was like he'd disappeared from the public eye completely. Was Martell simply healing in seclusion to dodge the spotlight? Or was there something about his state, or the situation itself, that crash, that the public was never meant to witness? And perhaps the most unsettling theory of all, what if Martell's accident wasn't a one-off incident, but a piece of something much bigger, something Destiny hinted at in her haunting prayer request? One viral comment captured the mood. The silence is deafening. When they want it hidden, they make you forget it ever happened. By now, fans were questioning whether the accident was merely the surface of something far deeper. Maybe Destiny's heartfelt post wasn't just worry over Martell's injuries, but a glimpse into the emotional weight she's quietly borne for months, possibly even years, with no one truly noticing until now. What if Destiny's plea wasn't for Martell's healing, but for his soul? And what if the silence surrounding this event wasn't just about shielding his recovery, but concealing revelations that could upend everything: their lives, their bonds, their truths? Then, just as fans thought the mystery couldn't grow any darker, Destiny Payton erased her initial post. That's right. Less than 24 hours after urging fans to pray for Martell and dropping that cryptic line, "This is bigger than y'all know," the post vanished from her Instagram. No reasoning, no clarification, just deleted, like it had never been there. But screenshots? Oh, those had already made the rounds. Fan accounts, gossip blogs, and forums had preserved her words before they disappeared, making sure they wouldn't fade into oblivion. Still, the fact that Destiny chose to delete the post rattled her followers. Why erase it? Was she pressured to pull it down, or did she realize she'd revealed too much? Some fans even guessed that Martell's inner circle contacted her quietly, asking her to keep quiet. Others speculated that producers from OWN might have intervened, fearing Destiny's mysterious wording was stirring the wrong kind of publicity. Sure, the show feeds off drama, but when things turn legal or dangerous, that's a whole different story. And then there were those who thought Destiny removed the post because it hit her just how heavy her words truly were. Maybe she never meant to spark talk of conspiracies, cover-ups, or hidden betrayals. Maybe all she wanted was support for a friend in crisis, but didn't anticipate how fast the internet would twist her words into a wildfire of speculation. And then came the strangest part of all. After pulling the post, Destiny went completely dark on every front, no fresh posts, no story updates, no replies on fan pages, just total radio silence. Her DMs and mentions overflowed with pleas for answers, but Destiny vanished. Some followers noted that her retreat from the spotlight wasn't exactly new. She'd been slowly stepping back from social media for months, showing up at events, occasionally and seldom sharing anything personal. But this kind of complete silence felt off, like she was being muzzled or shielding herself from something lurking behind the scenes. Stirring the pot even more, a handful of insiders claimed Destiny had been seen at a quiet dinner spot in Huntsville the evening after she wiped the post. Witnesses said she looked distant, uneasy, and tightly wound, steering clear of cameras and dodging casual questions from familiar faces about Martell's status. Was someone keeping tabs on her? Was she afraid she might let something slip in? Public? A well-known gossip blog even claimed Destiny had told a trusted friend she'd gotten threatening phone calls after her post started blowing up online. Though the claim hasn't been confirmed, it only amplified fears that Destiny could be entangled in something far riskier than reality TV scandal. At the same time, Martell's team kept quiet. No clarifications, no rebuttals, not even a health update, just silence. It felt like everyone in his orbit had slipped into some kind of mutual hush agreement. And then there were the fans who didn't. Think Destiny deleted the post by choice. Some speculated her account was compromised, or that the post was flagged and taken down for breaking Instagram's rules. But when users checked for the usual content violation notices, there was nothing. No alerts, no warnings, just absence. Which could only mean one thing: the post was taken down manually, either by Destiny or someone who had access to her account. One viral TikTok put it in stark terms. Destiny didn't delete that post on her own. Somebody told her, "Y'all need to wake up. This isn't just reality TV anymore. This is real, and that's what's keeping fans on edge." Destiny's call for prayers didn't read like a routine, get-well-soon note. It dripped with urgency, fear, and the burden of something left unspoken. If this was really just a car crash, then why does it feel like there's a deeper story hiding underneath? Why erase a sincere plea for support, unless those prayers were for something the world was never meant to?